back to Wednesday night, it's been highlighted that obviously only one half of the pitch was cleared of snow at half time. Can you just give us any kind of thinking behind that? Because people have mentioned the word gamesmanship, is it anything like that?
No. The situation was like probably everybody saw. When we had the warming up, it started snowing, but the pitch was completely okay. Then we went in, and then when we came out, it was like full of hail or whatever, or wet snow. It was really difficult. Pitch was difficult. So, and pretty much I would say we had in the first half around about 80% of the ball. So only one team really suffered from that. It was us. So, but not because of that. It was then clear that our ground staff tried to clear it, but we didn't have enough manpower. So they realized how difficult it is in a moment when they started doing it, and not more. And there was no plan. Nobody told them do it in there. I can promise that or swear or whatever. Nobody told them clear our pitch side or their box, if you want, where we are more often. On the other hand, I heard now that people say, "What is sportsmanship?" But it's an advantage. You can see it as an advantage as well. If their box is clean, then it's better to defend. It's not that much coincidence. The first half we scored a goal in a box full of snow, so that's how it is. We cannot change that. But we just in England, people are obviously not used to it. In Germany, you would give shovels to all the people, and even in the stands, come on the pitch and help, and you have 15 minutes to clear it. We had even commercial things going around on the pitch. Obviously, it doesn't happen too often. Next time, first of all, there will be no commercial if it's snowing on that side, on the Cop End side, and or no side actually. And we will have enough shovels to clear the pitch, because that's football. And the heating obviously couldn't deal with it. At the end, it was a bit better. You saw that immediately than in the game, but it was a difficult pitch to play on.
And just check on team news as well. Is Trent fit this weekend, and any return date for Jurgun yet?
No, both not. No return date for Joe, and no. And Trent is getting better and better and better. Really close. I hope he's in full training next week, and that's very good then, but not for now.
Simon, I dare to assume that talk of nervousness undoubtedly comes up as you get nearer and nearer towards the end of the season. And many clubs, many sports use psychologists or whatever it is that is needed. Is that something that you use here? Is that something that you consider using going forward, or do at the moment already?
What?
Using
our mind, our brain. Yes, we use our brain from time to time. No, it's a situation in sport, and you have to create an atmosphere and a belief and a mood in the team over the full season, or over in our case, over the last 3.5 years. So that's what we do. We always go for it, and we had a lot of situations with tight games at the end of the season, qualifying. We had twice the chance to go to a final in a cup competition, a European Cup. Twice we went there, we did it, and yes, we lost in the finals, but that was not because we were nervous or something like that. It was for other reasons, and so we developed well in that department. We had a lot of stressful situations and did it anyway. And so we don't do anything different. We always are in talks. We always are positive about our situation, not blind, but rather positive than the other way around. And we do what we always do. We prepare ourselves. We handle our situation our own way. We have no influence on the feelings and stuff from other people. And it was always clear, if you wanna win something, then there will always be a bunch of people who hope you will win, and with another bunch of people they hope you will lose. And actually, you have to ignore pretty much both in your preparation. And at the end, hopefully, you can celebrate with the ones they want you to win something. That's all we do. Why you change constantly? Only is that a joke, or is it like if it would make a movie of that, it would be like this always? Yeah, cool. That's cool.
I'm sorry.
No, all good. Yeah.
You said earlier about how some people hope you will lose games. Some people hope you
Oh,
lose
I'm
games.
sure. Yeah, no problem.
When people are taking delight in you dropping points, and
I cannot help them.
And I'm talking about, even players of rival clubs are doing that. Does it show what a strong position you are actually in? That they're so delighted.
I'm not sure what that says about us. I would say it says a bit more about the other person. I would say I don't know exactly what you mean, but
Well, the example that I'm specifically is Kyle Walker at Man City. Seems to take great delight in dropping points against Leicester.
oh,
That's a specific example, but generally,
I never celebrated that another team dropped points or lost the game. For me, that's not allowed. I never asked anybody to clear one side of the pitch and leave the other one in the mud. So that's how I understand sports. You have to do your own things. You have to work out, to try to show your best performance. And I don't care. So I don't understand it. Yeah, for supporters it's a bit different. For people involved, I don't understand. But it's nothing to criticize from my point of view because I don't understand it. How can I criticize it then?
anything else, Carl? Just on that then. How much of a reality check does the draw against Leicester provide? Because obviously there's a lot of expectation in the stadium about that game. I know you will say that the players, it doesn't affect the players, but is it a reality check that you have to be on all the time now?
Yeah. That's we spoke about that in December. When we said that each game feels like the most important of the season. The only little difference was we won all of them. And that's really difficult. And you need in a specific moments two things. A little bit of luck, that's always like this, and the right decisions from the referee. That's how it is. So, and in this game against Leicester, I think it was clear we were a bit unlucky with a couple of decisions. So that's how it is. But it's not a problem. We don't blame that or moan about that. It's just a fact. And if the reality check was, can we play 1-1 against Leicester? Yeah, that's the reality. We can, and other teams can lose, and other teams can draw, and we can that as well. But I saw that we tried everything to win it. Especially the start was brilliant. Then we lost it a bit. We had this fantastic goal, then we had a fantastic situation with Bobby. Nice chip, nice chest, got the ball. Brilliant save of Schmeichel. The biggest chance we gave them, or the one big chance from Madison we gave them, because Ali was a bit late. He had to judge the ball as well. Differently, the ball came and it was a bit slower. That's why there was a block. There was a cross. Madison with the header. Then the other header, or the big chance, there was Maguire was offside. If that would have been a goal, then we would have been really unlucky that day. Yeah. So then we all know about the situation with Sadio going through. If you see the situation again, that's a 100% chance, because on the other side Mo is going through. Unlucky. It happened. The ref judged it differently. So reality check is you have to do whatever you can to win a game, and still to accept that some things can go against you, and that we will go again, and we will go again. Did I feel brilliant after the game? No. Did I feel really good the next day? Yes. And when I woke up in the morning, because I was still healthy and together with my boys, young enough to reach everything. So, and was the sun shining? Yes. I think so. The sun was shining as well. So everything was fine. So let's go again and again and again, and don't think about the last game or whatever. And here we dropped and there we dropped. If other teams wouldn't have dropped points, we would not be first of the table. So that's the nature of the game. That can happen. You have to do the best you can as often as somehow possible. And then at the end of the season, you will see what happened.
David?
Yeah, you mentioned last time that Joe Gomez had a sort of small setback in his recovery. Is it looking like maybe the Bayern Munich game might be a realistic target for him, or you're not even putting daytime at the moment?
No, don't think so.
You don't think it'd be a realistic target?
No.
No? Maybe after that?
Yes, after that, yeah, anytime, we'll see.
Just what are you expecting from West Ham?
Wow, that needed until, wow, yeah, a lot, to be honest, because we started the season against West Ham with a brilliant game from us and not a very good game from West Ham. That day they had a lot of new players, new manager, all that stuff, and we were strong. So that made life quite uncomfortable. Since then, they had still a couple of weeks where they really had to find together. But then they did it, and meanwhile they are one of the strongest teams. How many points did they have after 6 or 7 match days? There was 0 or 2 or something. It was really bad start. Since then, they are pretty much nearly a top 6 side. So, and that's what we should expect. Most experienced manager, I think, in the Premier League at the moment. Really good football team, really good signings in defense, experienced on the fullback positions. Rice, how do you spell it? Rice, fantastic development this season, next to Noble in midfield, experience and youth. Then you have the wings, really strong. Anderson, fantastic signing, and Marko Arnautovic, outstanding striker. So having then Sami Nasri now around, Snodgrass, 2nd, 3rd, 4th spring, I don't know exactly, but really back on track, and that's just a brilliant. Fabianski in goal. It's a really, really good football team. And so that's what we have to be ready for again. And it's not to compare with the first game of the season. We expected that day a very difficult game. It was not that difficult, but for 2 reasons. We were really good, and they were not that day not ready. But now they are ready, and that's a